Hello and welcome to today's Kimchi cast for not the last matches, but the first elimination matches of the World Championships as we get underway, or just about to get into the draft of Game 1 for GAM versus Rainbow 7. This is the lower semifinals, technically. It's just lower bracket round 1, round 2, but with the lower bracket now being a thing to worry about, not only are we in the next 2 days going to find out who will be facing PSG and Team Wales in the best of 5 qualifying matches, we're going to be finding out which 2 teams from both groups will be the first to go home from Worlds 2023. And if things keep going the way they are, I don't think Rainbow 7 is long for this tournament. It's just not a very convincing game. And if you watched any of the pregame, the hype package, you'd see that Rainbow 7 did defeat GAM last time in a best of 5, I believe. I don't remember MSI that well, but they beat GAM to knock them out. Not to knock them out, but beat them, and it mattered a lot in the grand scheme as GAM would get knocked out of MSI before the playoff stage. And Rainbow 7 would pick up the first ever best of win for Latin America, as you've been hearing touted over and over and over again. So some are favoring Rainbow 7. I'm not. They got absolutely smashed against PSG, and GAM at least had something. I don't know what that something was, but they had something going well for them at the start. It just did not transfer over to at the start of game 2, and it did not transfer into the end game as Loud would get the win. Of course, the winner of this series will be facing Loud in the lower bracket finals. Kali banned away from Mirror, though. But lower bracket finals will determine who is facing Team Wales on Sunday. And we're all going to be locked in here. Could go either way. Slater will be getting it. Or Slater will be getting Zaya, and Pallet will be getting the Rakan. Just such a strong bot lane duo right now. Both are strong individually, and you add in the fact that they just work better together, and it's not even fair. It will be Seo and Lions on the Kai'Sa Rel, as Adi will lock in Jarvan the 4th for himself. And this is already super fast draft. Picks are locked in one by one. The teams know what they want to do. The teams know what they want. And not going to be a jungle response, it seems, from the side of GAM. They will take the Cassante for Kiaya. Do not remember his champions before. I don't remember his champions from games 1 and 2 against Loud. They didn't go well, so I know that much off the top of my head. Cassante, just a very strong champion. Mostly being put into the Renekton recently. We saw it into Gwen once, and it won pretty convincingly. So, Rainbow 7 are going to have to find an answer here. Nico banned away from Miro as well now. And no Lee Sin for Levi. I don't think Levi looked all that great on Lee Sin if he got his hands on it. Now I'm going to go check. This is the wrong. Levi. They're talking about Nocturne on the cast, by the way, and I was confused. Mirror not going to get the Ari now. Levi did get Lee Sin, by the way. He did actually look really good on it. Again, GAM did have a solid lead or had a decent lead in game 1 or in game 2 against Loud. It did fall apart at the end. Vi banned away from Levi now. And is this going to be the Wudong? It will be Wukong Jungle. for Levi here. And what's with the fiddlesticks hover? That's an interesting one, to say the least. Shack in the box. There it is. Yeah, all the great hovers that every good player should just do. Just do them. Every pro player should just hover random champions. It's kind of fun. Tom Kench. We haven't seen any of that. We haven't even seen Tom Kench recently in pro play, and it's going to be the Gwen again into the Cassante. If you watched yesterday's games, you know it didn't go well. Gwen got steamrolled so badly by the Cassante. It was really painful. It's gonna need to see some better execution if you are going to play the Gwen, at least. I believe it was rest on it, and it went badly. And Syndra going to be the final pick for Katsi, a very, very powerful champion. It's a very powerful champion. A lot of it being seen here. I believe this is the first Sylas of the tournament, though, for Miru. He's played a decent chunk of it throughout Latin America's summer split. Gwen didn't get any kills. It went poorly. I was just looking through the match history for what to expect. It's gone poorly. That's all you really need to know. As we are about to head into game one. Woo! Sadly, as I mentioned earlier, one of these two teams will be going home today. Well, not today in a literal sense, but you know what I mean. One of these two teams after this best of 3 will not be competing at the World Championships any longer. And it's going to suck, but there must be eliminations in order for us to continue to determine a world champion as we enter game 1 of GAM versus Rainbow 7. Atlantean Syndra. Good choice of skin. I do like it. The orbs look very pretty. No, Levi's spotted out here by Audi. They could go out here. He knows something's up, and he's going to walk into the crash down. The ignite goes out. The auto. The flash is going to get him away. Just barely a tick of health. Couldn't have cut it closer there, Levi. The ignite from Lions will not tick for first blood. Oof. That's a little tough. Believe it's just an it's either electrocute or comment from Katsi. I wasn't looking. I was looking at Lions' ignite. We will be able to see the second Katsi starts fighting what he has taken here. Now, what is Miru going to do on the Sylas? Because he has a lot of good champions available. He has the Unleashed Power, the Cyclone, the All Out, Featherstorm, and Quickness, all of which are just incredible ultis at his disposal. And it looks like it's an electrocute, I would imagine, because there's no comet circling. Dodging the second cast of E there. Nice side steps by Kati. No, it's Electro. First strike, actually. Yeah, you're into a Sylas. That works too. Cassante and Gwen just hitting each other. Not even hitting each other, just hitting wave completely in top lane. Nice dodges again by Kati, and he's going to proc the first strike now. Not going to be able to get much out of it besides one auto attack, sadly. And now they know exactly where Levi is. Then he's going top side, and there's a Q. The crash down onto Pallet. The grand entrance in response. Lions takes a good chunk of damage, but a level 1 Xayah doesn't have the Blade Caller. So Lions will be able to just walk out of there and heal a little bit with the potions. And Pallet with a Nice airborne, a nice root onto both members of the R7 bot lane. Sayo able to trade it back with the plasma stacks, though. Oh, canceled the emote. Most important part of this game. And Pallet will be able to just jump in. Lions almost with the ignite up, thanks to that cosmic insight. Level 3 only gives the full tilt over to the side of Lions and the E over to Sayo. Levi's invading because, or Levi's gonna get invaded on in a second. And Kati is out in the middle of nowhere. Nice stun. The Scatter of the Weak's not going to be able to stop Adi from jumping in. The flash forward from both members is going to give first blood over to Miru, but he's going to have to run from Levi. A nice flag and drag. Levi might go down here, actually. Adi has the Conqueror stacked, and with barely any health, Adi secures the second kill for Miru. Oh, the level ups have to hurt. Adi leveled up to survive. Miru leveled up to survive the turret. And now you have a 2-0 Silas staring you down. Bong has set up a freeze into slow push. You can't freeze a cannon. Or a cannon that's alive, at least. That's going to be so... That's going to suck, because Silas is going to scale so hard if they can't answer it. Yes, Syndra will also scale pretty hard, but you're going to need this Silas. And this wave will stay frozen too for Bong, but Bong doesn't even care. He's just going to chase down Kiaya here. Kiaya keeping the Gwen close. Not the best idea. Nice stun onto Lions, but that's going to be no Glacial. And that could matter, because Sayo's going to get jumped on here. The root, oh, the Blade Caller not going to pull back a third feather. Slater didn't throw out the auto attack. So only 2 feathers will hit Sayo. That could have been a massive either Flash Force or just a kill onto the Rainbow 7 ADC. So let's look at this fight all over again. Yep, Kati throws out the Scatter of the Weak early, and by that I mean right when he could. Adi tanking very well. Miru's in danger here. Levels up right when he would have died to a turret shot so he can live. Nice flag and drag returning. Levi trying to get the burn on the passive, on the red buff passive, but he will not be able to finish the kill because of a level up. And then, if there was a chance, red buff burn would have took it. Adi also got a triumph stack on top, or triumph proc on top of it. Pallet is in danger here. He's going to be able to get out with the grand entrance, but it's going to take so much of his health. He was looking for a reset maybe anyways. I don't think he can reset in this situation, though. Kiaya's going to get a nice Q3 onto Bong. It's not going to do too much in the end, as Bong is able to just trade it back. Bong thought about it, didn't end up going for it. They know Adi's here. And just going to get vision onto the blue side jungle. They don't know Levi's here. And that can do something, but Levi doesn't have Cyclone, so it's not going to go too far, as he just has to back. Doesn't have the level 6, couldn't really gank Gwen anyways, who is all the way under turret, and still had the Hallowed Mist with the blade. The blade what? With the needlework. Don't even ask. I don't know. Looking to this bot lane play, there's vision of Pallet returning. The level 6s of these junglers, ADCs and supports are really going to where this game is going to start taking off, because they're going to start looking for this dragon, and they're going to start looking for this dragon. Levi's in the bot side and has the bot pressure. They need to go for it. Ooh, they don't end up going for it. Get spotted out by the Void Seeker. They're on vision as well. The W gets canceled from Pallet. A nice stun there on Lions. Able to cancel it out. And once again, I mean, GAM got push in the bot lane. They just couldn't do anything with it because Levi was clearing his camps. He needs level 6 here. He will finally get it as he finishes up the blue side. But Odie's going to be here to match it. So what on earth is going to happen? Pallet's going to jump the ignite onto Lion. The crash down for the shield. Are they going to be able to get any more damage? Slater's firing away with the auto attacks, and the passive plus his base damage will kill Lions, and this is going to be the first kill over to GAM, and that's actually massive. The 10 gold, or the 10 CS difference plus the 10 CS. Did I just say the same thing twice? The 10 CS difference plus the extra 300 gold is good for the gold lead, or the gold deficit GAM was in, and the kill on Lions just gets them prio on this dragon to go and secure it. Why am I struggling with words today? They will secure the first Drake, so it's something to trade back at least. They do still have to worry about Miru, because Miru is going to be an issue going forward. And Rainbow 7 will just trade back with the Herald. There's no one really around yet, unless Levi calls for the play. But Kati is currently under turret. Kiaya has push, actually. There's no chance. They don't get there in time. No. Just give that over. Sayo just blinding around the wave. Pallet's going to catch Miru out with the grand entrance, but nothing more than that, and a quick heal. So look at this bot play. They don't find Pallet. Lion starts walking over to Pallet and knows the angle immediately. The crash down for the shield catches nobody as well. The full tilt doesn't hit anyone. I think it hits a minion only. And then Slater's just able to free fire Miru. Not going to tank the damage, but the unleashed power shuts down Miru. The quickness used to try and run away, but once the orbs start chasing, there is no escaping Syndra. And now GAM have evened the gold. They even have a 200 gold lead from the shutdown alone on Miru. Nice combo. The all-out back into Levi. The Cyclone will land, and Levi gets his first kill of the game. Bong is dead. And once again, the counter isn't really working into the Cassante. A nice nice grand entrance onto Lions to deny any re-engage potential. And that's a Kraken Slayer finish for Slater now. That is going to be so big into Lions. Even just in this landing phase, that's going to be absolutely huge. And it's going to come in massive later with Miru and Odie both being these these health-heavy bruisers. Some resistances on them. They can't really dive here. You could tell they want it, but they can't really dive with the quickness and the blade or Feather Storm available. So it'd be an interesting plan, to say the least. With two very defensive ultimates available on the side of GAM. Nakati has Unleashed Power back. Just about. That's the icon for Unleashed Power? That looks so weird. Doesn't hit the first stack of Scatter of the week, but the 2 orbs are still there. The 2 extra orbs are still down, so he's just going to throw him a nice juggle here. Simple juggle. By Kiaya is all they need to secure this kill. Bong kind of just steps up way too far for where he needs to be and gets thrown into the enemy team. Look at that damage. Yeah, that's the damage you get when you're facing off against a Cassante. Pallet's here to just push out this mid wave now. Gore Drinker finished on the side of Odie. The mythics are coming through for most teams, or first items, because ADCs don't really have mythic rushes at the moment, thanks to some changes. Sayo is fighting Kiaya. I mean, he can if he had the Kraken Slayer, probably would have much better chances of fighting, but they're going to go for a dive here onto Kiaya. Has the all-out, and is still Cassante. They're going to send a teleport up. There's going to be a response teleport. Here comes Kati. Lions going to get juggled, hit by the Scat of the Week still. This is such a wasted play because Slater's just going to get free plates. So there's no one to stop him. And it's not going to be Miru getting any free plates because Levi's here. Actually, Levi's here, but Levi's rooted now. A nice Cyclone to cancel any real potential of a combo. Here comes Pallet finding Levi. Helping Levi, finding Odie under the tower. Why can't I word today? The all-out onto Lions. Is he going to be able to get anything? Bong. Gonna get juggled. And the flash Q from Kiaya secures the kill onto Bong. Now the unleashed power is not going to find anything. But it's still a massive 3-4-1 on the side of GAM. And how many plates? Slater's gonna get all the plates here. Rainbow 7 overcommit top lane, try to get something in mid lane, and get punished on both positions. They do get the Herald crash, but it doesn't mean anything. Great play by Pallet there to lock down Odie. Kati able to get it with the Q. Kiaya jumping into the backline here and picking the right target. And then forcing Flash out of Bong and Flash following Bong. And by then he's already stuck. Magnet Storm pulls him under, so he's just trying to get anything. And a bit of a misinput by Kati not picking Lions. I do believe that was not intentional. I do believe Kati wanted to get Lions and not Seo there with the ultimate. But still, a 3-for-1 is something you take when all you expend for it is 2 teleports. You expend 2 teleports, a Cassante flash, and your jungler's flash, and you get 3 kills and a turret, and Pallet might be in danger. A nice grand entrance away is a grand exit. Because Lions was a bit slow on the combo there, but I don't think he could have done it much faster, to be fair. Especially with those tenacity boots, there was really no chance of Lions getting that combo. And now the Gwen continues to not be anywhere near fighting potential. Only a Leeching Leer finished. And this is just going to be tier 1 down. Pallet was looking for it. Pallet's in no man's land. Nice flash away. Levi's getting caught. They're going to destroy the turret. Pallet's going to charm up Odie with the quickness. The quickness coming in now for Miru. And it's going to catch Levi. Kiaya's in there. A nice airborne onto 2. And it's going to be 3 kills in exchange. Kati goes on the killing spree. Kiaya's hunting with the all out. And once again, GAM take Rainbow 7's aggression and make it a 3-for-1. And it's going to be a second turret falling in the mid lane. GAM are just playing so damn well. What are... R7 can't find a fight if they wanted to. Odie spotted out. Scatter the weak. Second orb. No unleashed power available, but 75 splinters of wrath available for Kati so far. And that's just going to be a lot of value. So this fight, Pallet gets caught out. And actually, probably shouldn't have worked out this well. But Rainbow 7 don't commit into jumping onto anybody until it's way too late. This is a great quickness to get Levi out of position. But they don't burst down Kiaya. They just can't yet. Then Pallet jumps in because 3 of them are standing on top of each other. And Kiaya is going to also force out a flash of Seo. And that's just... what are they to do? And now it's such a massive lead. 7,000 gold, 4 turrets to 1, 2 Drakes left to go for the side of GAM. They have full control. They can kind of do anything at this point. Their next goal is to get those level 11s. I mean, get Slater more money, get Kati those splinters, and secure the next few dragons to get that soul. I'm just looking through Syndra right now. Just give me 2 seconds. And Kati now has the third upgrade. Levi catches Bong out. The flash onto him with the Cyclone. Kati can't do any damage, though, but it doesn't really matter. Levi still has more than enough damage to take out the Gwen. And even by the time Kati shows up, Kati does some work, gets an assist. And it's 15... Kati now has basically the two most important upgrades at his fingertips, as they're going to get a tier 2 with that Herald. They know where Pallet is, so they're going to back up, give the space, and now Lions is going to find the eye. There it is. But that's still way too much gone on the side of Rainbow 7 for nothing. They can't trade anything back. They just need to sit and catch waves, which is concerning because they just lost Bong and their tier 2 and bot, and they don't have an answer. 5 seconds on this dragon. And Levi's just going to start it. Levi's going to just go solo this, it looks like. Nope, he's going to back out. Keeps it on, or keeps it in patience range, so it's still there. Odie needs to find a way into this. He has the Cataclysm, has the Flag and Drag available. And who's that jumping into the back lines? Miru's jumping onto Kati, who isn't going to get the Scatter of the Week. But the quickness to chase down Kati's going to land, and now Sayo has a kill onto one. It's a massive shot down. Slater's not going to find anyone with the Blade Caller. Bong is all alone, though. Separated from the rest of the fight, and now he's into Slater. Flash over the wall from Pallet, and Slater's going to secure the kill. He's on a spree now. Levi running away from Lions, knowing that 4 members are sure to follow. Kiai is going over the wall, but he's going to get comboed into everyone. And it's not going to get anywhere for him. He's going to get shut down kind of by his own greed. And now Rainbow 7 are on the front foot. Pallet so low. Levi's at half. Slater's at half. But they're so low themselves. And Slater's just going to be able to start this up. All 4 members of Rainbow 7 are backing. And they're not going to be able to contest this dragon. They win the fight. But they're going to still lose soul point to GAM, who are 3-0 on dragons and still have a 6,000 gold lead on top of it. This is great. Kati pre-inputs it, and then Kati's just able to run. Sayo's in here with a massive killer instinct. Odie locks Slater down, so Slater can't really do anything here. But Bong is just taking so much damage, and 3 gets all outed into Slater. Levi kind of nice catch onto Lions. And then Kiaya just, I don't know what Kiaya is doing here. This is a flash into 4 members. And that's just way too much. They don't get anything extra out of it besides forcing some resets, I guess. So that is the reset force they needed to secure this kill, or to secure this Drake. But that was a bit of an overreach. And now it's still a massive lead as they're just going to go for Baron. GAM don't care. GAM are just going to go Baron here. They identify it. Are they going to be able to turn? Odie's already getting locked down. CC Scatter the Week. A nice quickness combo is going to instantly kill off Odie. And a rampage for Slater, who finds Bong. Bong walking up through the backlines trying to gank. Double kill now for Slater as they lock down Bong. Kiaya's just chasing. Nice Q3 flash onto Lions. It's a triple kill for GAM's ADC. And now it will indeed be the free Baron over to the Vietnamese champions. And Bong is just in the middle of nowhere in that fight, and that's where the punishment comes from. Just in the middle of nowhere, walks into 4. Sayo's gonna not take that killer instinct. I wouldn't see it. Doesn't even have it available. And it's going to be Baron on 4 members of the Gigabyte Marines. Look at where Bong is, just so zoned out. And this juggle onto Odie is going to be perfect. No one's going to land the crash down there because of Levi's Cyclone. Bong is just in the middle of nowhere. It's a 3 for 0, I believe, actually. So all 4 members are going to be wearing it. Kiaya is just able to tank all of the damage from Odie's Cataclysm. And now you have a 6-0-2 Xayah who has the Navari finish, has the Maw finish, so your 2 AP carries aren't going to be able to jump onto her as easily. And I'm assuming going to have either the LDR... Well, yeah, actually, no, wrong champion. I was going to say the Nashers, but I'm thinking of Kaisa. Going to get that LDR, and they're going to push out this top tier 1 or tier 2 to finish off all the second tier turrets on the side of Rainbow 7. Miru going to steal the quickness again. His quickness did not go well last fight, to say the least. I don't think it caught anybody. Look at that. GAM already 1,000 gold ahead. They're going to find Pallet with the CC combo, but it's not going to do anything because it is still a Rakan. Bong's going to trade a tier 1 for the tier 2, and any potential push in this lane, or on their side, really. Nice healing from Pallet onto himself, though. And Kiai is just going to tank everything. A nice flash, or R/Flash W, but it's only going to catch Odie, who flag drags away. And now Lions is going all the way behind, trying to stop this escape from from GAM, because Bong has a tier 2 available. Teleport out now from Kati will stop the siege, though. And it's still going to work, even with them trading a turret and a bounty back. GAM still have a 1,300 gold gain from this Baron power play, and they're going to be up 9,000 gold. They're not even going to be able to siege the tier 1 in mid, as Kati's teleport stops them. And now, most importantly, Kati has passed 100 stacks of the Splinters of Wrath, and will execute anybody below 15% of their health with the unleashed power. That is going to be so deadly. Kati is going to be able to burst so much harder. Not going to steal away the chicken. Just not enough damage to reset it, or to kill it before it resets it or runs away. GAM have full control of this river currently. R7 are going to have to walk into them to get this dragon, to stop them from getting the soul. And it's all going to be on Odie. Pallet not going to hit anyone with the quickness, and that's immediately just going to be the soul captured. Odie, nowhere to go, juggled right into Slayer as he goes godlike. A massive crash down with the Magnet Storm is not going to kill anybody. It's a triple for Levi, and a double kill for Slater, as GAM are going to push possibly to end. Rainbow 7, a great combo there from Bong and Lions, but it's too little, too late. Kati goes golden. The Feather Storm comes out of Slater, and GAM will win game 1 by 12,000 gold and 13 kills. Slater goes 8-0-5 on the Xayah, as GAM put Rainbow 7 1 win away from elimination at the World Championships. And what a game from GAM. It started out so well for Rainbow 7, with Miru picking up that early 2 kills onto the jungle and mid of GAM, but they turn it back around in a bot play, and they turn that single kill on Lions into a massive advantage with Levi's help. And they battle back to eventually not even lose a single objective after. They surrender the first Herald, and after that, they only lose 2 turrets. They win all 4 dragons, the only other Baron taken after that, the other Herald, and GAM dominate the second half of game 1. No questions about it. Rainbow 7 had the advantage for a little bit, and GAM just snipe it away. Dominant win on the side of GAM. For Rainbow 7, you gotta think about trying to get Miru back ahead. There's just little chance you ever think that's what you want, because Miru was 2-0. That's a lot of advantage in the early game, but he can't really do anything into a Syndra. So you need to find a way to use that advantage to get either the Herald, which I believe they actually did, which wasn't spawned yet, so I should shut my face. But they need to find a way to get Miru out on the map, because that Sylas was level 6, had ultimate available, and wasn't able to do anything in the early game, which is where Sylas wants to bully hard to start the snowballing. But with all that being said, we gotta wait for game 2, because GAM are looking to knock out the Latin American champions and get revenge for their faltering at MSI. And we're back for game 2. It is 1-0 for Movistar Rainbow, or 1-0 for GAM Esports, as Movistar Rainbow 7 sit 1 win away from heading back to Mexico for the rest of the winter, well, fall and winter, and we'll need to wait to to advance to the group stage for the first time, or advance to the Swiss stage now for the first time at the World Championships sometime later next year. But for GAM, this could be a massive win to set up a rematch with Loud that is desperately needed. They need to prove that their 2017 wasn't their peak performance at the World Championships as we enter draft. But GAM, so much to prove, because they faltered at Worlds 2022. They faltered at MSI, especially and specifically against Rainbow 7, and this would mean so much to everybody on that or in that organization if they can not only knock out Rainbow 7 but go on to knock out Loud and take on Team Wales on Sunday. And Miru's Akali banned away the 2 premier junglers, banned away, and Lions will take the Rakan instead of the Rel on B1. What are Rainbow 7 going to pull out? It's desperation time for real now. You thought it was desperation time when you were down 1-0 in round 1. It's desperation time when you're down 1-0 in losers bracket. And it's going to be the Rel flex available now, and the Xayah taken for Slater. Seo's just going to lock in the Kai'Sa again. It didn't go too well. He did start with at 2-0-2, but wasn't able to do much as Slater was already 6-0-1 and would finish 8-0-6. The Xayah was so massive for GAM. It was the catalyst of their comeback. Well, Syndra was the catalyst of the comeback. Slater was just the insurance and the cherry on top for the Marines. And it's going to be Odie taking this Lee Sin. An interesting angle. We haven't really seen Lee Sin work out super well. Levi used it to some decent early to mid effect or mid control, and Kati's going to take Syndra here, who he dominated on. You know this. But Levi's Lee Sin wasn't too hot. The Lee Sins throughout this tournament so far haven't been too hot. And maybe Odie is going to pull out something insane because he definitely needs to. It's do or die now for the rest of the tournament for both of these teams. Or do or die for the rest of play-ins, at least for these two sides. Nico banned away from Miru. They don't want to face it. Jarvan taken away from Levi if they do think of putting this Rel into the bot lane instead of in the jungle. Should be another mid ban, and it will be Miru's LeBlanc banned away. Also, that was GAM's first win at the tournament, so congratulations to GAM for winning their first individual game. And the Kennen taken away from Kiaya. Very strong champion, exactly what Kiaya would want to have played if the situation was perfect for it. Should be the jungle or support lock-in here, whatever it will end up being, as they have both matchups that Rel would be into now. And Slater will lock in Kiaya's Jax instead. The counter pick of all counter picks will be at the end. Briar's disabled. Nice hover though, Seo. You can't lock it in. As as good as it is, you can't lock it in. Karma mid. 2017 Faker. Sorry. And it will be Miru's Ari in or up against the Syndra this in game 2. And who's your top lane going to be? You know you're into a Jax. Who is the top lane going to be? And it will be Cassante on the side of Bong this time. Kiaya went all out. Last game, will Bong get the same exact effect? And the Vi. Wouldn't it be that bad here to lock down this Kai'Sa, and Levi will take it. And you see the game kind of coming together for GAM. You see the strategy. You want Levi to jump onto Seo or Miru, both of them being very slippery targets. You want to lock them down for a little bit to allow your team to chain CC them or open up the fight elsewhere. I'm liking this GAM draft. I don't know about the Jax. We're just going to have to see how the Jax goes. He's kind of always just going to be, not a wild card. You know what Jax wants to do, but he's always going to be a pick that does its own thing. It's never going to be exactly the same. Kiai is probably going to want to fist fight Bong, especially on that level 2. Going to want to fist fight Bong before he gets to a very strong state in the game, obviously. But what will Jax do in the team fights besides be a slight nuisance and jumping onto Kai'Sa once Vi jumps onto Kai'Sa? I don't know. I never really see Jax doing much at this moment. We did have a Jax earlier, and it did very well, I think. I don't remember exactly. I never know anymore. But I'm just not really a massive fan, I guess is what I'm saying. But for R7, it's do or die time. Especially now more than ever, you got to win back-to-back games if you want to keep your world championship hopes alive as we head into game. It was a best of 3. Okay. 2-1. Their first best of series win at all. And GAM might return the favor with a clean 2-0. We see the Comet coming out this time into the Ahri. Kati not going to be able to proc first strike as easily into a range matchup. Yeah. The supports have swamped the ADCs, have stayed the same, and that seems like it's going to be a recurring theme throughout this World Championship, as these supports, Rakan and Rel, are just so strong, and these ADCs as well, so strong. Kiaya, unaware of Bong, and Bong's going to land the early auto. The early Q dodges the second Q. Skill diff from Kiaya. Better than Bong. That's all I needed to know. Levi's just going to be able to solo the wraps. Just farming around. Pallet with the crash down is going to be able to secure the first big engage, but Pallet trades so much of his health. Seo does too, but Lions is perfectly healthy right now. It's going to force out the first potion from Kai'Sa, though. So, advantage, I guess. Level 2 just picked up for GAM. That's kind of what they wanted on that play. I think they probably could have held up until level 2 for that play, so Xayah has the the Blade Caller available. Odie not even on Jarvan, but looking for this play. And there's not much that he could go for here. Odie just going to use his Ahri to jump across the lane faster. Yeah, ugly yawn. But Kiaya, as expected, is able to get the push out in this lane. Going to get knocked up into Bong, and that will be a grasp proc for the Rainbow 7 top laner. Lions walking a bit too far forward. Crash down, lands onto Lions. And that's going to be a force flash out. The Ignite. That's really big there from Lions, actually. They have flash available, and they just need to run. Just clears out the ward. Is going to get the scuttle here. And now it's just a split map. They know where both jungler is. And they know exactly where Levi is. And Odie's also here. They don't know that Odie's here. Levi getting airborne, getting charmed. Needs to run away. A nice flash to keep himself alive with the flash Q. No Lee Sin blocks this time. Bong. Not going to land. And now this is going to be the chance for Kiaya to trade it back. And he will as he jumps onto the Cassante. But the level advantage plus the big health advantage for Bong is a lot right now. Kiaya actually not really respecting Bong right now. But he's going to hit the counter strike. But has to flash away as Bong perfectly buffers his CC with the Pathmaker. And that's kind of what Kiaya needed, was that stun to come through. It just won't. And that sucks for Bong, or sucks for Kiaya, but that's really good for Bong to force out that flash, which really decreases the amount of chase Kiaya can do and how much running he can do once you get that all out. He will get all out before Kiaya gets the flashback. Odie just gonna go solo this dragon. And with the bot lane push, Sayo and Lions will make it over to the Drake as well to help out their jungler. They know exactly where they are. Levi's nowhere to be found. They're just going to hand over the first Drake, which is not the end of the world, and is honestly a good call. Kiaya again going for this play, but he's going to land the stun this time after the fact. He is level 6. Bong is level 6. Bong needs to start running, though, because he can't all out right now anywhere. And Kiaya will not get too much out of Bong there besides an E. But now he's going to be able to really push this advantage because Bong can't answer Kiaya until much, much later. Kiaya's just going to be able to really push this advantage, and he's going to get the first plating here. It's a slight lead on the side of Kiaya. Again, that's the advantage you get from playing a bruiser into Cassante. A nice combo. Miru taking a decent chunk of his health. Odie hiding around here. Slater's kind of trying to bait it out, it seems. The Q's going to land. Flash forced out of Slater now. The Ignite onto Pallet. The Plasma stacks do so much damage. And that one is pretty tough. GAM just caught out. Didn't seem like they were prepared for much of anything there. No flash preemptively from Slater. Doesn't really make a difference. But probably should have just flashed the Lee Sin Q in the first place, since that extended the play by a lot. And it's just going to be resets. They haven't forced Sayo to do much of anything this game. Kiaya has Grandmaster's Might back, so the earlier play really didn't do much negatively for Kiaya, especially considering he has a massive CS lead. I don't think it would be a negative change. Bong going to get the juggle onto him with the Q3. But they're going to spot out Levi or Adi with that. I don't even know what that was. Deep Vision? Blast Cone? Or Skrylers? I have no clue. Kiaya thinking twice about going in. Just going to walk back to lane. Levi is here. They do not know Levi is here. Kiaya's going to get comboed. The Pathmaker's not going to land. This is the chance for Bong. He's going to all out onto Levi. Oh, a nice insect by Odie is going to secure first blood. R7 play insanely aggressive there. And it works out. Bong using the all-out super well to run for his life. And Odie, flash, ulti. Perfect insect textbook for Odie, as it will be the second objective. The Rift Herald over to the side of Rainbow 7. On top of that dragon and first blood. And they still trailing gold because of top lane CS. Yeah, that's going to be your punishment for picking K'Sante, but it should be mostly even anyways. A few hundred gold isn't really a lead worth worrying about. And for as far as Rainbow 7 should be concerned, they are doing incredibly well. Pallet rotating back now. The supports have been on a bit of a mission, to say the least. And now Pallet's not on vision. They don't know where the Rel is. Lion's still waiting, and now it's gonna show, but Lion is still waiting for his ultimate to come up. And that's going to be where the small advantage by our set, or small advantage in the bot lane is held, honestly, for GAM. And GAM has Levi down in the bot lane. Levi coming down or Adi coming down as well. Lion's not going to hit the W. Miru going to trade nicely back onto Kati. Kiaya is still massively ahead here in this bot lane, or in this top lane. Lions is recalling right now. The recall is going to be stopped. The flash Q not going to land, but the ulti will land onto Lions as Levi. Nice dodges there by Seo, but there's so many orbs. Kati only needs to land a few more spells. And you saw the plays, though. The flash Q, into the crash down, into the cease and desist. And GAM are able to trade back, and they're going to start setting this up. Miru's getting plates in the mid lane, though, as that will be a lot for a dragon and a single kill. But it's the play you need to really make if you want to stay in this game on the side of GAM, so it's fair. It makes sense. Now Miru's going to have that slight level advantage, mostly probably because of killing this wave and not missing the previous wave. And here you see Odie's insec. The W onto Levi, actually. Or onto his teammate, and then the flash kick. Q, turret. The hero of the play. So the response to all this is just Herald mid, Siege 3 plates. Not the worst answer from Rainbow 7. They do lose a dragon and some kills over to Levi again. Or over to Levi, who is looking to become this menace on the Vi. You see Rainbow 7's lead there. Even the leads they've had across the entire series are pretty short. Bong going to get traded back by Kiaya. Didn't have the Pathmaker there. I think Kiaya had some angle to try something without getting all outed. It's going to be sit and farm for a little bit longer. Nothing left to do here, really. Bong going to trade back onto Kiaya. These top laners are just trying to chip away this damage. Bong needs to start running, though. He doesn't have anything. The all-out will drag Kiaya under turret, but he shouldn't be too scared. He jumps away, and now Bong can try to chase here. The autos, the grass procs are going to go in the favor of Kiaya right now. And Levi is coming top lane. Does he go for the dive? Cease and assist, and Levi will get the kill back onto Bong after the top lane play earlier. So well played there by Kiaya. Bong thought he had the plays, but he didn't in the end. And it's going to be a lot of value onto this Vi now, who does have a very small shutdown. Pallet's not here. A nice ultimate. But everyone's flashing onto Slater now. Killer Instinct out. Going to root the stun, the Magnet Storm, the crash down. The ignite ticks onto... Oh, the Q over the wall. Levi reads it beautifully and catches out Odie. And it's 2 more kills onto the side of GAM. I didn't even get to finish saying Pallet secures the kill with the ignite on Lions. And now they are just winning everywhere but mid, where they got some extra platings. This is going really well for GAM. Kati just finishing up that second stack of splinters. And look at this. You see the reactions. A perfect flash to catch Lions out on the quickness W. And he's overextended now. So he's just going to be able to root him and just catch so much. Good stun, crash down, Magnet Storm. Easy. Odie tries to escape, and Levi has none of it. Instantly queuing right onto him, and Conti's Leonguish is a new one. Leandres is going to finish the job, and now GAM are up 1,000 gold. Just about. And with the Herald available, either objective is available. Miru going to get comboed, but the Q's just not going to land from Levi. And Pallet's Hex Flash over the wall is all for naught. But the flash out of Miru, the Spirit Rush out of Miru. Slater's going to get charmed. The ulti is not available, and it's actually going to go in the favor of Rainbow 7 right now. Lions doesn't have the quickness just yet. They're going to try and re-enter. Levi going to get double airborne, though. Kiaya secures the kill onto Bong. And now Odie's in the middle of nowhere. Double kill for Levi. The quickness is available. He's going to catch 3. Are they going to be able to turn it? Kiaya dodges the Orb of Deception. The Q onto Sayo. Stuns him, and Kati's going to secure the kill. A nice Scout of the Week. Hates Miru. Do they have any chase? The Q from the Vi. And now it's the Vault Breaker. Levi goes on a killing spree. And Rainbow 7 trade 4 for 1. And now it's a Herald for GAM. GAM are just so far ahead. And this is a great pick right here. This is what they need. A great chain CC onto Slater that gets Sayo a kill. But Odie caught out. Combo hit by 3 forms of CC. And he's so low for this entire fight now. Trying to just sit and heal. The issue is they have vision of him. He's dancing around. Very well played by Odie to try and survive for as long as possible. This is a nice double airborne, but there just comes a point where Pallet's just able to jump in and catch him with the Magnet Storm crash down. Nice ulti by Lions to try and keep this going. Kiaya barely dodges the second half of the Orb of Deception. Kati secures the kill. Here comes the Vault Breaker, I believe it is called. The Q, good crash down and blast cone to keep Miru on the wrong side of the jungle. And it's all played so insanely well by GAM. And almost 3,000 damage, just a hair shy. Slater was dead, so Slater didn't even get to do any teamfight damage. But a hair shy of 3,000 for Levi, and that's why you don't feed the jungle. Bong is only level 11. Levi's level 11 already. Slater's level 10. So he's just barely outpacing the ADC on the side of GAM. That's going to be the first turret down for the Gigabyte Marines. It's going to be a second turret traded. So it's evened out in the turrets, but it's still 3,000 gold ahead for the Gigabyte Marines. Levi just going to get his invade on. Bang. Steals away the red buff. They don't know where Levi is at the moment. Bong is all alone here. They have the cease and desist available. Bong, on the other hand, has the all-out available. Not going to hit the scout of the week. Not going to land now. The teleport coming in from Miru. This is who you want to hit a Vault Breaker on. The unleashed power might be enough with the Leandry's burn. 1 health left, but Bong is going to fall to Kiaya, who is on a killing spree. Pallet's not going to be able to hit anyone with the spear. Slater trying to walk forward now. The charm. No time to ulti. And Miru will kill Slater. Sayo with the Captain Jack. Lion's going to catch out, Pallet going to be caught out by Lion. Never mind. And Rainbow 7 trade off 1 for 1. The kill onto Slater is going to be huge, but that's not who you want to kill right now. Kati, Levi, Kiaya, all super valuable targets with shutdowns on them. Bong, 0-3-1 still, so not a target you want to kill, but he's worth gold. Rainbow 7, answer well, but is it good enough? Because they're still down 3,500 here. Bong walks in the other direction, knowing Kati doesn't have the scout of the week, can just continue to walk backwards. This hurts. Cease and desist. That minion not landing onto Miru is what saves Miru's life. A good scatter of the week there to push Odie away from Levi, and Kiaya just smacks Bong over the head with the lantern, with the lamp. Miru, such a nice, so good at hitting these just long-range charms. That's why Miru's kind of a threat on this Ahri. Is a lot of a threat on this Ahri. And will secure the trade back onto Slater, but it's just not enough. R7 need to start trading for valuable targets, as they're almost down 4,000 now. There's just no chance really for them at the moment. I guess there's just nowhere for them to really go. They're just gonna have they're just going to have mid control for now, but there's nothing they can really do. They do have some vision control on the Baron pit, which is going to be nice because, and they have none, and by they have no vision control. There's going to be a dragon in a minute, so this is going to be GAM's trigger moment. Like, this is going to be where GAM pull the trigger to try and pressure Rainbow 7 to do something. This is where Rainbow 7 need to win a fight and maybe trade both objectives if they even can. Bong going to get the juggles. Kiaya is going to ignore Bong. Bong trying to get anything. Q3 not going to land onto Kiaya now. That's going to be his chance to get anything back. Sayo has the Ginsu's now. Walks away. Kiaya playing on the knife's edge between turret and Q3. Slater still doesn't have a second item. And that could be a huge deal here because he doesn't have the money for it, I believe. And he's not going to have the time to reset for it and be back unless R7 don't pull the trigger. They find Pallet, though. And yeah, Slater's going to have to walk all the way back. And here comes the teleports from the top laners, both of them from base. Bong is here. Kiaya is here. Kiaya now finishing that Spear of Shojin. Such a powerful item at the moment. And it's going to be so good for this Jax to get his hands onto. I was going to say Ryan's. Rainbow 7 now into the river. But it's not really much by taking it. It's much by just walking in and trying to keep control. Bong is going to find Levi, but Levi's just going to cease and desist onto Miru. Kiaya is going to be able to go on a rampage and find the Ari. The flash Q by Levi. Kati goes on a killing spree. Kiaya is just all alone. The shutdown goes to Seo, but GAM are going to look for cleanup detail. There is nothing to stop them from just walking at Seo right now. Slater's going to find the route onto Lions. Will secure the kill. The flash auto from Slater. Double kill. And GAM will win this fight. It's a 4-for-1. They will turn to the Dragon in a moment as they will go on to Soul Point. They have plenty of time, though. No rush to get this Dragon down. They are at Soul Point in 24 minutes. Rainbow 7. Look at where Lions is. All alone. Bong hits a nice play, but it just brings Levi closer to Miru, so Miru has to run a good crash down Magnet Storm to keep Odie from moving anywhere. Seo's just so zoned off. But now Kiaya really can't do anything. That cleanse is really good, and the Killer Instinct is still available for Seo. But there's no running, no flash, no Killer Instinct again for Seo. Lions tries his hardest, but Slater has the flash and autos available with the move speed from W. It's just no running allowed. And Rainbow 7 are still on the back foot. It's only 5,000 gold, but it's so much more than just 5,000 gold. It's 3 dragons, 2 extra turrets, but it's a complete diff on the top half of the map. Kiaya should be able to escape here. He has turret available. He has a ward. Yeah, there's nothing they could do with 3 to fight Kiaya. They have a gold lead in top, mid, and jungle. They have a gold lead in ADC now. Lions, nowhere to run. He has no one to help him. Kiaya is going to jump over the wall. He's going to get charmed up, and the Magnet Storm Crashdown's going to find 3 members, but it's not going to be enough. Kati just gets killed in his own, or Levi gets killed in his, why did I say Levi? Kiaya is going to be traded. It's a 2-for-1 now. Seo gets killed in his own jungle. There we go. That's eventually the sentence I wanted to say. The Scout of the Week is going to find Odie, but there's no Unleashed Power to go with it. Bong not going to get the Q onto Slater. And once again, Rainbow 7 are playing reactionary League of Legends, as this should be the start of a Baron for the Gigabyte Marines. Odie's all the way at the start. They're going to try and stall for as long as they can. A nice charm to cancel the crash down, but Bong has nowhere to run. Odie's going to get the Q onto Levi. If he takes it, he will be into all of GAM. They will stop the Baron take, though, most importantly. Odie finds Pallet, but also finds 4 members of GAM and will not take the Resonating Strike, the teleport in. They're going to go for this. GAM don't know. Miru not going to get the charm onto Pallet. The stun, the Scout of the Week. Miru is going to go down. Slater's on a killing spree. Kiaya comes in for the backside and is going to be on top of everyone. Going to get kicked away. Goes golden to survive just a little bit longer. Levi jumping into the backline with the cease and desist. Kiaya's on a has a second kill on the fight. Kati's going to get shut down in the backlines by Bong, though. It's going to be a trade, but it still will be a Baron on the side of GAM. Rainbow 7 tried to sneak the Baron. They tried to stop GAM from walking forward. They're going to get caught out. Kiaya and Pallet are just going to be the bouncers. The counter-strike going to ensure he gets nowhere. Jax entered the evasive stance, and GAM get the Baron. They are 8,000 gold ahead now. It is domination after some mistakes. Some big mistakes on the side of GAM, but they turn it around, and now they are once again Baroned up. Nice chain CC there. And then Kiai is just able to go absolutely bananas in the backline. Yes, Bong trades Kati for the shutdown, but that's not going to matter in the end if you're trading your entire... If you trade 1 Syndra for the Baron and 2 extra kills, it's not really gonna matter. Pallet going to get charmed up, but is able to jump away. It is the Rel, which is not the ideal target. Cassante going to get scattered the weak still and will be stunned actually after the W ends. That is how CC works. And Odie's 2 levels down. Kati is a level down. He jumps onto Levi. Miru. Levi going into 4 members. The entirety of Rainbow 7. Miru's running away currently. But the Feather Storm finds Seo. The recall will kill him too. Adi will be able to run away. Bong in the back line. But he's got a good shield. Is it going to be enough? He's going to trade Kati. He doesn't yield. But he will yield to Levi's Vault Breaker. As it's a 10k gold lead now. And GAM are breaking this base open. Whew. Bong will trade once again onto Levi. But this is a Fed Jax who's so far ahead now onto his 3rd item. He's looking for the Zanyas, which I'm intrigued by. Nope, not going to happen. It's just going to be a soul. 5,000 gold gained on this Baron buff. Odie goes in here, and look at where Levi goes. Right onto Miru. Into the golden. This is a nice ulti. A good combo from Pallet. Yes, Bong does trade one back, but it's not going to mean anything. That's advantage onto a Cassante. There is no Unleashed Power, though, so he is able... Yes. Because of the Unleashed Power, he is able to trade this, but Levi... Boom. The backline just had to keep running away because of that, pretty much. Bong was nowhere to be found, and Seo was caught. Kati finds Odie for so much damage. He has 120 Splinters of Wrath now. He is hitting everybody. He has the Execute. He has the extra Sphere. He has the increased Scatter the Weak range. He has, I don't even know what comes with the W. He deals extra damage with the Force of Will, dealing 125% AD true damage, or 12% bonus true damage. And now he has the Rabadon's Death Cap built in. Bong teleports into 5. That TP sucked. Slater gets a double kill. Goes golden. It's a run away from Kiaya kind of moment. Slater, triple kill. Slater, a quadra kill. Slater with the penta kill. And GAM will get revenge for MSI and knock Rainbow 7 out of the World Championships. It is all over. They have a date. A rematch with Loud in the losers finals, and whoever wins that will face Team Wales for a shot at the Swiss series, or the Swiss stage. There we go. Those are the words. Holy cow. The GAM and GAM. What a pair of games. After looking so pedestrian against Loud, they find their pair of games against Movistar Rainbow 7 and have a statement win against the Latin American 1 seed. And they will survive to fight another day, that day being tomorrow, against Loud. Now for Rainbow 7, as fun as it is for us to celebrate and be excited for GAM series and their pentakill in the end, it is a sad story for Rainbow 7, as once again they will go winless in the international play. Well, at Worlds at least, I believe that is only 1 win over the past 2 World Championships, sadly, for Rainbow 7. But it is an 0-4 at the World Championships play-in stage. Rainbow 7 played well. There were moments they didn't play super well this series. They had chances. Miru had such a good start to game 1 that it's sad that it didn't end in a better way, not even with a game win on the side of Rainbow 7. But that's just how it is sometimes. There's just times where you're going to be not even outclassed, but just it's not going to go your way. The small things really did add up in the end for Rainbow 7. Odie was just not playing well at all on the Lee Sin. He got completely out-jungled. Miru, after a certain point, got completely outclassed. Sayo had some good moments. Miru had some good moments. Bong had some good moments, but it just was not enough in the end to overcome the team fighting prowess of GAM, and that will be the end of the tournament for Rainbow 7, but it will not be the end of the tournament for GAM as they have a rematch with Loud tomorrow, and it will not be the end of the kimchicast as we are going over to Bracket B loser semifinals where Team BDS look to prove it's not all over against DFM, who want to pick up their win and recapture 2020 magic. 2021 magic. Alrighty. What was that? That's ugly. Gross, even. We are about to get underway in the draft. DFM and Team BDS. DFM were pretty expected to be down in this position. Japan as a whole isn't super strong historically, and they were up against a very, even as the 2 seed, a very strong CTBC Flying Oyster roster that many people were expecting to face BDS in a 3-game set. Like, they were expected to go the distance against the EMEA 4 seed. But the surprise to everyone is that Team Wales beat Team BDS and then beat CTBC. So now the group is on its head as Team Wales have successfully advanced to the qualifying match. And this is scary because either of these teams now have to go through an insanely strong second opponent or third opponent. For DFM, it would be a rematch. For Team BDS, it would be a first ever meeting. Now you see the Darius instantly banned away. DFM know not to mess with Adam and not let him get his comfort picks. And this will be Steel's Maokai locked in immediately. For DFM, you're not only looking for your first game win, you're looking for your first advancement to a BO5 internationally. Actually, no, they've been in BO5s internationally. They actually have won BO5s internationally. They've beaten Loud. They actually beat Loud last year en route to losing, and even took a game off of RNG, who probably shouldn't have been there. But it's going to be the Xayah and the Lee Sin, it looks like, locked in for Team BDS. I'm not a big fan of the Lee Sin. It is, on paper, a strong pick, but it has not panned through, and it will be the Ivern for Shayo. We have not seen the Keeper of the Forest this tournament. And it'll be interesting to see what is going to come with that. Yutapon taking the Kaisa, a champion he's played a ton of since 2018 and has played plenty of this year and will continue the train of Kaisas. Now, we have 2 pentakills already. My pick'em is for 3+. Do we see a pentakill in this series? We only need 1 more pentakill. But last year we did have 2 pentakills in the play-in stage, and it only resulted in those 2. There were no more pentakills throughout the rest of the World Championships, which makes me sad, but please get these pentakills. There are more games than ever at the World Championships. We've already played more games in this than we would have in a traditional Swiss stage, so it's okay. Or in a traditional play-in stage. And I'm happy with that. Arya taking the Alistar for Harp here. So that bot lane is locked in. If BDS know what they're doing, they should draft an ADC here, and that Braum is going to be nice with that Xayah. He hits 1 Q. Xayah can lock down any target with a trio of autos. DFM, I'm just going to go back into kind of the team generalizations here and the stories heading into this. DFM are up against the wall. They are in a precarious situation. It's Team BDS. It is probably the best team they have faced all tournament so far. not the best team they've ever faced. They have faced RNG and teams in the actual group stage of the 2021 World Championships. So this probably isn't the strongest team they've ever faced, but it is a strong team nonetheless. As CTBC, I think they're on the level of Team BDS, but I can't be sure. Team BDS just have better competition throughout the year, so I'm just going to put it on them to be the better opponent. DFM need to step up. As we've shown earlier, they have a new roster that they have only had for the past month or so after winning the LJL. They have not played competitively with this roster until 2 days ago was the first time they tested out this roster. So hopefully they've spent the last 2 days to get this going, and that's going to be Nuke's Jace. I do believe it is going to Nuke. I don't think Adam plays Jace at all, actually. I don't imagine Adam taking this pick. This is going to be the third Jace so far, and it's going to be the Syndra response for Arya. That's going to be pretty nice. I'm going to say I think it is going to be good. I don't think it wins the matchup immediately, but it is going to be very good if this is a Jace, and if not, it is the strongest champion left in the mid pool anyways, besides Orianna probably. That's already banned. Never mind. So it is probably the strongest champion in the pool currently for any of these mid laners. And the Aatrox, it seems, for Opperman will round out this draft for DFM. What is the top laner going to be here? There's no Olaf, no Darius. I don't think you can Garen into an Aatrox at all. I don't know what Adam's going to play here. Probably the Cassante. He can play traditional top laners, it seems. We hope. He hasn't been able to get a win on a traditional top laner at all. He's going back to the Renekton. So he's had 2 games of Renekton, and they've had 2 drastically different tales. The first game of Renekton started out really well, but he overextended a lot and overestimated how strong he was and would end up feeding over 2 massive shutdowns onto the ADC of Team Wales onto Artemis, who was on Kai'Sa, and just snowballed the game from there. And his second game in the deciding game of that series, which was horrendous. That was probably one of the worst Renektons we've seen, which is hilarious because game 1 had the other worst Renekton we've seen at the tournament, which went like 0-4 in lane phase. It was absolutely disgusting. Adam was just able to roll over Team Wales in game 1 on the Darius. And so it's a completely different story. Game 1 was a 2-0 early game into an overextension that eventually cost them the tournament. Game 2, 0-6. It was a 0-6 start before we would pick up 2 pity kills in cleanup detail and die. And just, it wasn't really a good game from either side. So it really does bring up the question of what is Adam going to show up consistently on a champion that is not Darius or Garen at the World Championships? He hasn't really made a case for being a good mid laner outside of that situation where he got Darius. He had, a good start to game 2 and had good plays in game 2. But game 3 was an absolute massacre, and he never was in that game. He was never in game 3 as Renekton. He got smashed, and it was painful. So, what will it be? It's going to honestly be Adam. The answer is going to have to be Adam, because I have not seen BDS play through much else. Crowny didn't have that great of a round 1. Nuke actually wasn't terrible for the most part, but I don't believe in Nuke's Jace. I don't believe in many people's Jace. Jace does have a 100% win rate, but that's from 2 teams that are not Team BDS. Those are from 2 of the best mid laners in their region. I like Nuke, mostly because I'm biased. He was one of the last members of Team... he was one of the last members to be active on Shulk Nilfear, which was my team in LEC, so I am very, very biased. Nothing special coming out. This is the 3rd unique Syndra Keystone we've seen seen today even. So that means something? No, because these are pretty traditional. Like, you take Comet for burst damage, you take First Strike into melee matchups, and you take Airy into most other matchups for poke. It's pretty standard stuff, honestly. What is going to be interesting is Shao on this Ivern, because Ivern recently has come back into pro meta. It's been a very long time since he's been pro viable. And it's going to be nice to have that extra, to have an enchanter that is also capable of summoning a very strong jungle pet, pretty much. Ivern just a bit overtuned, but he's still very good and has strong points. He's going to need a lot of prio from his bot lane to be able to get early objectives, just because it is still Ivern. Level 2 from DFM, jumping straight onto Lebrov, and that's going to be so much damage. Look at that. He's already at a quarter health and forced to use a potion. Great plays there early, knowing Lebrov doesn't have the shield to block the damage. Shio's not going to go for the funky, what is it? The funky drifts. He will go for a pretty nice jump across to secure the Gromp, though, but didn't really need to do the drift onto the blue buff, especially because he got that time back onto the Gromp anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal. He has not finished his top camps, but he's going... And there it is, actually. He's got them now. He's going to queue over this wall. And that is the benefit of having an Ivern. And Vernekton is getting pushed into this. You could recall during that. I did not know that. Vernekton will get the push into Aatrox as is expected. Syndra will get the push into Jace as is expected. And mid lane's pretty even, all things considered. These two are just going to bounce waves back and forth. This middle-ish area. It is going to be pretty even, though. But Shio did finish his clear so fast that he had time to get a Darkseal and boots. And this is going to be steal. Harp with a nice play. Crowny, the flash is not going to be enough, as the Twisted Advance will follow him all the way to his flash point. And it's first blood to steal. Now, Shio is going to be able to get this. He's just going to smite it and walk away. And he's going to get some nice trade onto steal there as well. Nuke is pretty low, but nothing going to happen. Adam getting aggressive onto Opperman. Doesn't have the slice and dice, I'm assuming. Now, Arya does need to respect Shio. He can just jump onto him. If he doesn't back up, he can just get jumped onto, and that's going to be a lot of damage from him, and even a Manaless Jace can throw out a singular shock blast. And Shio's not going to smite this away, as he's going to try and steal away some camps, but will not find anything. Crowny did suffer from the misfortune that is Twisted Advance, making your opponent untargetable, or making the Maokai untargetable. Shio should be able to just walk back and get this, unless he's going to steal away this Gromp. It might steal away the... Oh, nope, it's running away. Is he going to have it? It's time. He will not get it. Steal smites it away with a WQ, and then a smite, obviously, afterwards. So, despite it being finished, Steel noticed, obviously, because Steel isn't blind. This is going to be an invade. Shao just can't answer this. They don't know where Harp is. Harp is coming over the wall, though. And it's just going to pick Lebrov instead, knowing that Yutapon was right next to Lebrov, and that's so much damage traded into him. Very well played from Harp there, with target selection and awareness of the map, really, knowing that the wave was absolutely gargantuan compared to his, and you can't really fight in that. Now look at this play. Harp, flash, Q. He uses Lebrov as a Lee Sin, basically. Lebrov was a glorified Lee Sin teammate or a ward for his insect, and stalls out Crowny to force the flash out, but after Steel had locked onto him, or after Steel had locked onto Crowny, so he followed and was able to punch him right back in. Arya does have 20 stacks, though, so he will have... Or no, sorry, it's 40. I forgot it's 40, 60, 80. But Nuke is going to be able to trade a lot. The accelerated shock blast, if he can get one, will finish the job in mid lane. But Arya with the biscuits is able to heal. Nuke is in unleashed power range, but Shio, nothing to steal away here. Can Shio actually go for a play? Doesn't have Daisy, but does have the Root Caller. Is it called the Root Caller? But steals in no man's land here, actually. It's going to be a lot of value if Jace can find that last auto. He will. The front flip hits him back into the team, and Nuke will secure the kill onto Steel. And that's very well played from an overextended Steel. It is a Root Caller. I'm a god. Very, very well played there on the side of BDS. So well played, and because of that, she is actually going to be able to secure an early Drake, which is kind of tough for Ivern to do, especially at level 5 before Daisy's available. But he is able to get the job done, and it is a bit slow. Crowny doesn't have too much damage, only 700 gold worth of AD, and a recurve for a little bit of on hit, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get those early dragons. Adam gonna be able to chase Opperman here. Doesn't have the chains. Opperman will have to wait out Adam to return. Daisy's available. The Brav is super low. Daisy is getting thrown under turrets. Daisy is being put in the timeout corner, and there's no more ultimate for Shio. And I'm getting chained up, but he's still very capable of trading trading Opperman here. Now, Arya does finally have the Q upgrade, so he will have stacks or charges of Dark Sphere. Doesn't tell me how many you can have. You know what? I give up. They're not going to tell me how many you can have at once. I give up. It's pretty even on both sides of the ADC battle. Jace is ahead because of that kill in the jungle. Maokai is slightly ahead, but that doesn't mean anything. There's just a random camp Shio's claimed. The Raptors is a random camp he's marked. So they see Steel here. Shio knows and instantly roots him. And then that passive is so good. And Nuke just, yeah, doesn't give him a chance to escape. That was really, really good, actually, from Labrov to hit to land the Q while Nuke had his triple auto available to instantly stack up so much of the concussive blows. Oh, you're pretty close. Adam is ignoring Opperman, who can't land anything, really. He was missing a lot of them. So I don't think Adam was too scared while under the turret, but now he should because Opperman's landing them. And if he hits a few more of those, like a handful more of those, it might be the end of Adam in this top lane, but he also is up 3 plates to 1 with almost 4 now. He is so far ahead. Look at where Opperman is on the gold chart compared to Adam. 4 plates, 21 CS, or 3 plates, 21 CS ahead. Yeah, it's not looking good for Opperman. Adam is still pretty good. He just needs to actually win. Dodge. Misses. First items coming in for both ADCs. Kraken for Crowny, as we've seen, is pretty consistent. And with the options you have for the Kai'Sa, Yutapon will take the Storm Razor. Arya finds Shio. That's a lot of damage onto Nuke, though. The shield might have been the only thing saving Nuke from being unleashed powered. Unleashed powered. Sure. But look at the damage that Arya is able to land. But look how much shielding she was able to get for free. Just so much free shielding there. Pretty even. The Rift Herald's coming down, so this is Arya going to push this out as best as he can to get this money. Ulti out from Shio. And yeah, Daisy's being used against his team. Adam is going to finish off this turret here. 625 gold for Adam. He's just able to win so hard against Opperman as he's now 30 CS up. BDS need to play around Adam. He's a whole item ahead. He's half an item ahead of Opperman. They need to get him involved in plays because that is what did them in game 2. Adam had the lead and they just left him on split push duty, which is fine. But they never actually went to go help him do anything, so he just died. He just killed himself in the bot lane, and... oh, you can hear those. That's cool. It was just left for dead. Adam's just going to take a good chunk of damage there. It will be BDS starting up this dragon, though. There's not even going to be a contest. No chance. They are not in position. Opperman doesn't know Adam's teleporting in. This could be a bit of a sad death for the DetonatioN Focusme top laner. He's running away with the World Ender. The chains will not land. Flash over the wall. Adam has flash too, though, buddy. Slice, dice. The Blast Cone might have saved him. Burning World Ender, burning Flash, and there's 2,000 gold difference in the top lane. Make it officially 2,000, I believe, off of that. I believe that is officially 2k gold lead in the top lane, which is converting to a 1k gold lead across the map, or overall. Opperman is just sad. He's just dead. He didn't stand a chance. Just, you could look at the CS difference. Yeah, that's Adam with 0 kills. Adam and Opperman haven't been involved in any kills or any takedowns. That's all just a CS diff, which is brutal. Adam is with his team now, and this is what they need. They let him split push for a long time. They let him solo lane the entire top lane. He pretty much was only there for one play and nothing else. Yutapon and Crowny are level 10 here. This could be where we get these ADCs involved. But they need the items still. They need that Rage Blade on Kai'Sa, and they want the Navari Quick Blades on Crowny. So it's really going to be... our ADCs aren't going to be able to do a ton until that point. Adam could be alone, but there's no way Steel gets over the wall quite yet. He's dodging all of Adam's stuff. He's dodging all of Opperman's stuff, and now Adam has the advantage here as the teleport comes in from Nuke and is going to back up all of DetonatioN Focusme. And that's going to be Herald. Harp is in there. A bit of a very aggressive play from Harp. He knew nothing was going to happen if it didn't work. He wasn't going to die there, but it's a lot. DFM ulti out. A nice 4-man Nature's Grasp, but is it even going to mean anything? Nuke is jumping right onto Utapon. Harp goes down from Shio. The Unleashed Power is going to kill nobody. Utapon's down now. Nuke. And it's going to be 2-0 for the Herald. And DFM are running for the hills. Utapon was right in there. Got killed. Face check. Where's the other team? Oppaman isn't even here yet. Oppaman didn't even know they were fighting, it seems. Utapon can't get any damage in, and by the time Arya's here, it's already too late. Adam barely walks away alive, but there's nothing left for Arya to do here. He's just kind of sitting. And a bit of a coordination diff there. And now it's a bigger gold lead, a 3K gold lead for BDS in game 1. That was just a communications diff. All of BDS were around after responding to this play, but we're going to hold that for a moment. Shio needs to hit this root caller, will not, and it's only a world ender for Oppaman to escape. Why does Braum have the Herald? I just noticed that. But by the time DFM were able to answer, by the time they were able to get Oppaman and Arya into the fight, besides the fact that BDS had already cleaned up their bot lane duo, they had also already had all 5 members in there and ready to fight for a little bit. Oppaman going to land too. The stun is going to land, but he's still going to be able to get the 3rd sweet spot. And Aatrox can fight, as we just saw there. Adam took a good chunk of damage from the full combo. But it's going to take a lot of sitting and surviving on the side of DFM to get to a point where they can fight this. Because this is just going to be another dragon. They can't contest this at all. The Herald can be stopped here. Utapon takes half his health and damage. The Nature's Grasp isn't going to get anywhere. It's still going to find Shio. How does Shio... That's the second time that Labrov has blocked the Nature's Grasp, and BDS have still found a way to all get hit by it. It hit 4 last time, despite Labrov tanking the first instance of it, and Shio still takes it to the face. Yeah, there's just no steal attempt at all. Just 3rd dragon over. It's been fully... Just no chance at all, really, of them contesting this. They don't have Nature's Grasp. Aatrox is in the top lane. They don't have much of anything here to stop them. They really do need Arya to start getting in things, and they need Utapon to start getting in things. Arya now has the W true damage buff. He's about to have... And he has the Scattered the Weak buff. He's 9 splinters away from having his ultimate buff. So this could be a big thing for Arya. This could be the tipping point for DFM, but they need to start finding team fights. Because Nuke and Arya are pretty even in gold in the grand scheme of items currently. Misses the Q there, by the way. Misses the accelerated Q. But Utapon is pretty behind. And, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're heading jungle here because you are going to have the tankier jungle. I don't know about more valuable, but you're going to have the tankier jungle. And Aatrox is still 30 CS back. So, Spear of Shojin is out. He is officially almost an entire item ahead of Oppaman. This is what people were thinking of when they heard about Adam being this unbelievably strong top laner. And there's the Rage Blade coming out from Kai'Sa now. So this could be the point where they start fighting. Doesn't have the Kraken Slayer, doesn't have Nashers or any of that stuff. But it can be the situation they start fighting. 93 stacks on this passive. Arya, so close to getting his big upgrade. That just allows him to secure so many kills with this ultimate. and is the reason why you're drafting a Syndra. Besides the range advantage, you are drafting Syndra for that late game insurance that DFM do need. Labrov not spotted out, and Udapon's just not going to even try to find him. Adam is going to secure this tier 2, and it's looking a lot like game 2 for Team BDS. Having that advantage on, well, not just Adam this time, but having that advantage, and they're going to want to just have, they're going to have to use it. The thing that killed them against Team Wales is they never used that advantage in game 2, and by game 3, Team Wales had them figured out. They knew the top lanes that Adam just wasn't going to win and how to put Adam behind, and they took that and made the advantage the rest of the map's problem. Artemis was an absolute menace in that set. He was an absolute menace in their set against CTBC Flying Oyster as well, so it worked out. The gold lead is still unintentionally on Adam. They didn't even, I don't even know how, I mean, I know how they did it, through Adam alone. Because BDS didn't even talk to Adam until the second Drake fight. They left Adam alone on the island, and he still got a massive gold lead. He's just a good top laner when he's able to play. And that's just something he needs to do. They don't know where Adam is. Adam's right there. Adam isn't going to go for that play. Very smart moves by Adam to not go for it. To not overextend, because that is what has gotten him in so much trouble. It's a very slow-paced game. Team BDS are just winning their advantages, are just going to take their advantages and go with them. They're just going to Baron here. DFM need to find a miracle to even get in the pit. Because Labrov's going to be able to block. And it's still going to be unsuccessful. They don't get it. Here comes a teleport, though, from Opperman. Arya needs to start doing stuff. Nuke comes in from the mid lane and is just laying havoc to this team. And there's not enough damage from Opperman at all. Arya has the ultimate upgrade, but it's not going to matter. They're only going to be able to trade a tier 1. And Team BDS are just going to take this reset while Adam is going to siege top lane. This is going terribly on the side of DFM. Everything is falling apart. You can't team fight this team anymore. Crowny's level 14. Udapon's level 12. There's no damage on the side of this Kai'Sa right now. He can't get in there. Look at how little damage he's doing to Labrov and how much damage Nuke just puts into him. It's just not enough. Opperman can't get in there because Steel's already a corpse. So he's just stuck. They can't go for this dragon, though, or for this Baron, or Drake. It was dragon. I was right. I just thought of the wrong word. And they're just going to give it up. They're just going to give over a Mountain Soul. That's so good for Labrov and Adam. It's just going to give them so much tankiness. It's going to give Crowny and Nuke that little bit of extra tankiness that they can benefit from a lot. And a shield. That's always good. And it's going to be a clean 4-0 in the Drakes for Team BDS. DFM didn't even want to contest. What is their win con here? They are 2 levels down in ADC. There are a level down in mid and top and jungle, which doesn't really mean too much in terms of this. It's not level 16 quite yet. And they're looking for Adam. They know what to go for. The Infernal Chains will connect. It will be a kill onto Adam here for Steel with the shutdown. But the rest of Team BDS are just sieging the base. They don't care. They have both of their carries available, an entire wave to themselves. Opperman is out of World Ender now. They don't have anything, and it's just going to be a CC chain of death. Crowny is just chunking Harp, forcing out the unbreakable will. The ultimate keeps Harp alive just barely. Crowny is just standing there. What are they going to do to Crowny? He still has Featherstorm available. That's going to be the second Nexus turret down. Utapon, Harp with a nice knock-up, but Utapon's got to be the hero. There's no damage coming through from DFM. It's gonna be the ace, and it's gonna be a 1-0 lead for Team BDS in the lower bracket semifinals. It's a good start for Team BDS as they get the job done in game number 1. It's just all around well played. They knew not to really bother with giving Adam the lead, not because he can't do anything with it, but because he didn't need it at all. He's playing Aatrox Renekton. He can get his own advantage. Meanwhile, they put all those resources into the bot lane, and it pays off big time. DFM did get the early lead, but all their gold was on Steel, on the Maokai. It wasn't on the Kai'Sa. It wasn't on the Syndra. And eventually, they weren't able to do anything at all. Nuke got so ahead on his own. I said they got it into Crowny. They did it. They got it into Nuke. They put money in Nuke's pocket and decided that he was going to be the guy. So, for DFM, it's going to be about answering this, anything. They got to answer mid and bot lane. Even though they did get the bot lane play, they need to get Utapon ahead. Utapon was so behind by the end of the game, it didn't even matter that they initially got the kills and advantage in bot, burning both summoners. They couldn't take advantage of it, and it's not going to mean anything if they don't take advantage of especially because they left Abamin on the island. If you're going to leave Abamin on the island and just put him behind, you need to get advantages elsewhere, and they did it. They didn't get an advantage onto Arya, which would have been huge because he is going to just naturally scale with his passive. They didn't get an advantage onto Utapon, someone who needs it because he's playing Kai'Sa. He needs money. He's the ADC, but it keeps going into Steel, and it's going to be up to DFM to redraw the strategy to get the money where it matters and not onto this Maokai. So we will be back with Game 2 as DFM face elimination from the World Championships at the hands of Team BDS. All right, we are back for potentially the last game of the day as Team BDS lead Detonation Focusme 1-0, and DFM are on the verge of elimination. You know this whole shtick already. I gave it to you like 2 seconds ago for you. And we're just about to get into draft. Now, this is going to be a big deal because Adam has finally shown he can win on the Renekton. He's finally shown he can do something on the Renekton without having resources put into him, and DFM choose the red side this game. Senna taken away after Utapon and Harp used it to decent effect. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest, but Senna is also kind of the unknown because of crit. So she is the unknown at the moment. Talia continues to be banned away from Arya, who did make decent use of it against CTBC Flying Oyster, but I don't think it was enough to really say much. Darius banned away to no one's shock. No one's surprised Darius is banned away again. Orianna banned away. She's just very strong. Obviously, not something people want to face off against. Rumble banned away. I don't think Opperman has a good Rumble, but it is still a very strong top lane pick, and Maokai taken away from Shio. You never want to really hand that over, and it's an immediate lock-in on Xayah. Crowny didn't really do much of anything special last game, but Xayah is still Xayah and is probably the strongest ADC at Worlds so far. We haven't seen many people say otherwise. I mean, Xayah and Kai'Sa are obviously the 1-2 punch of the World Championships, but Ezreal's up there, but it's Xayah Kai'Sa firmly at the top. And speaking of Xayah Kai'Sa, we run it back in terms of ADCs. Utapon back on the Kai'Sa, Crowny back on the Xayah. And now what is going to be draft priority? Jungle and supports probably, but we could see more mid lane prio as well coming from these two teams. Tristana mid. We haven't seen any Tristana. She's actually been a very popular ban so far. But we will see Arya on the Trist because Kaisa no longer can mid because of the static shiv nerfs. Shio looking at the Viego right now. Interesting pick, but will go for the Vi. A very, very strong pick that we've seen very comparatively little of compared to the other two jungles. And the Rakan with the Xayah will be dangerous. Labrov does love him some Rakan, and he does also the World Championships currently loves him some Rakan, and Steel will be stealing away the Ivern. I'm intrigued. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Ivern so far. It does make sense with the double AD carries, but we'll see. Steel's going to have to convince me this game. Olaf banned away, another Adam special. Nautilus banned away, very just strong in general. Harp obviously has played a lot of Nautilus over the years and continues to play a lot of Nautilus. Renekton banned away. Adam had a very good game of Renekton, finally decimating Opperman in lane. And DFM don't want to have him run it back on them. So it will be a rel ban. Harp will not be getting his hands on a very, very strong support champion. And now it might just be another Alistar angle. Oh, no. It might be another Ali angle because... Oh... This could work. Wouldn't be the worst. It's the most brute force... the most brute force peel you could possibly have. And it will be not the Shout Crank, but Harp on the Blitz Crank this time. I'm really glad they did go for the Alistar. I wasn't a fan of it. But what else were they going to go besides Alistar? Apparently the answer was Blitzcrank. It is going to be Cassiopeia for Nuke, and I think this is the first Cassio of the tournament. Meanwhile, Adam will get his hands on the three-fingered troll in the top lane. What's the counter going to be? Opperman. I think Japan does have a decent Garen scene for some reason. But no, it's looking to be the Poppy. The first Poppy of the World Championships. She's only been left open like 4 times, and this is the first time she's going to get picked up. And anytime Jax wants to go in, Opperman will be pressing that very special W button to stop him from moving anywhere. I'm intrigued. I actually do like this pick. I'm a fan of this pick. I think it is a good choice. I just need to see the synergies come out. I need to see the plays from this team executed. It's really going to be on the execution. I don't know, honestly, what the play is going to be or what it's even going to look like on the side of DFM, because anything can happen here. Really, anything can happen. It's either going to work or blow up horribly in their face. There's not really a middle ground for DFM. It's either they're going to find the incredible synergy that they've been looking for, or this is all going to backfire terribly and they're going to die a ton. It is just about time for us to get into game. Team BDS have the pressure have the pressure cranked up to the max for DetonatioN Focusme as they face elimination. What the Blitz? Stop it. Oh my god, stop. It's scary. But Team BDS have all the advantage as they have DFM on the brink of elimination here at the World Championships. Meanwhile, Team BDS 1 win away from advancing to not a rematch, actually, a new match. A new opponent against CTBC Flying Oyster, the winner of which will face PSG Talon for the First of 2 spots left in the Swiss stage. Good vision. Nice. Vision denial on the side of Heart. But they got what they wanted out of it. The vision there was pretty much just so they would know if someone on DFM went for the ward or an invade. And they got what they wanted. Arya throws a bomb onto Nuke. That shouldn't do too much damage. He has full health, and that is a bomb that does. That's an ability that does damage scaling with the missing health, and the charge is obviously, which wards 0. An uncharged bomb at full health is pretty useless. Labrov going to get hooked. He only has Q right now. Oh no, he upgrades the W instead, and Harp is going to have this play turned around on him as he's getting run down. Utapon is hunting for Labrov. Is it going to be enough? The plasma stacks, and it's first blood to Utapon. He runs forward, carelessly runs forward, recklessly even, and they're not going to be able to spot this invade. That was all, I forgot, this is against an Ivern. That was also to counter Ivern's invade, but they don't know that Ivern did it. And this is a W across the board for DFM so far. Steal away the red buff, secure first blood onto Utapon, which is super valuable. And Harp is playing his job to perfection. And does DFM know? Or do... Well, DFM don't know there's a ward on their blue now, or on their Krugs. The hook's not going to miss. That would have been crucial to forcing Crowny to move anywhere. Opperman tanking a lot of damage from Adam here. And this might be another Adam top lane win by a large amount, honestly. There's no questions in my mind that Adam can easily win this lane. Nice block. That's exactly what you want out of Opperman. Nice grasp proc as well on top of it, but I don't think it's going to change too much. Arya in a pretty even matchup for now. Opperman somehow, well, behind in CS because he just hasn't killed many of the minions in general. Adam gets traded onto again. Opperman and Adam are going to have similar CDs for very important spells, though, and that's going to suck for Adam. It's probably going to be on the jungle. This is like... Arya, you need to be very careful, and Steel and Sheo do not see each other. And Steel lived up to his namesake, and then hard battled to get this jungle win, really. This is a bad time to be Opperman. Opperman didn't W. Where is Arya going? What? No way. He actually intended to do that. Are you kidding me? Arya. Now, Arya's in danger. Steel's in danger. But wait, Harp is here. This could be a massive play. Onto Nuke. The Airborne is going to secure the kill for Arya, but they're going to be trading it back. Harp is now running for his life. The flash auto, and it's going to be a double kill for Sheo. Adam not going to quite get the kill. And it's going to be a slow push on the side of DFM, as Adam will just be able to walk back to this lane if he so chooses. Nope, he will TP to match Opperman. And this started out really well and ended really poorly for DFM. Started out so well, but Arya didn't have flash because he used it on that very interesting mid play, and Steel just has to walk away from his support. Utapon gets jumped on. Nuke doesn't know Harp is here. This could be a massive play. Nuke knows something's up. The hook's going to land. There is no flash for Nuke. And it's Arya with a second kill. And he will win the fight of the mid lane Hex Flash Wars. He saw something. And DFM have found a slight edge so far. Goes over the wall and does not jump onto Arya, knowing Steel is right nearby. No ultimate available for Shio. And not really able to do anything once Arya just leaves. And now they are back in control of this game, especially when you take into the account, or take the fact that they are winning this mid lane. They are winning this bot lane. Udapon not going to get jumped onto. Good moves away, but Lebron's still going to find the airborne, and the root lands on to LeBron, or lands onto Harp. Adam, nice flash to avoid the keeper's verdict. Opperman gets the flash. Sheo's on a rampage as he finds Steel over the wall. And Team BDS answer beautifully to the mid play. Nuke gets jumped on here. That's going to be a nice chunk of damage for Arya in this mid in this mid trade. Adam should get a plating here. No problem, as Opperman does have to walk all the way back. He might even... Yeah, he's going to get a second. This wave is big enough to get two. Opperman's so far away from this, and again, he's just getting smashed in lane. They're just sacking this top lane over and over, and at least they're making plays. This time they are making a lot of plays, but Shio is 4-0, and I don't know what you do into a 4-0 Vi besides not survive. Good hook. That's really well played, though. But this is a bit over-ambitious from DFM. Nice moves. Harp knows he's dead, pretty much. Crowny, good route. How does Steel... Oh, Steel's... Yep, there's Nuke. No flash available from Steel, and he's just going to get shredded. Shio goes over the wall, and he's dead. Sheo will successfully kill Steel. And now you're 4-0. You do get this Herald, but... Again, Sheo's 4-0. Udapon's about to mess around and find out here, it seems. Nope, safe wards. Wards it, knows where the Vi is. Will be playing over to Crowny, and now Crowny will have good advantage here. Udapon not being an idiot. Actually, also, aggro's the Grump, so Shio can't steal it. Very well played there by both sides. Harp has regular flash, so wasn't going to be able to jump that wall, no problem. And this is just going to be a wave stack. Adam wants to get Opperman dead, just dead. Opperman's going to be able to get a good wave position out of this. And it is going to be well played by Opperman. Still a 4-0 Vi. And that's going to be the concerning part, is it's a 4-0 Vi. Because I don't know what you do against this. She is such a powerful champion. When she has advantage. Arya, nice sidestep. There's no quickness on Lebrov. So Arya is able to just jump away. Sheo keeps the cease and desist to himself. Deciding not to do it. Opperman late on the jump, and Adam is going to get so much value out of that. Good slow, but that late W, Opperman's reaction speed is really being tested today. Because that late W allowed Adam to jump even harder, and now he's really just going to be able to harass. Shio, a nice ground from Nuke, and it's going to be 400 gold onto the mid lane of Team BDS. Very well played. Baits in Arya, throws the miasma, and can't jump away when Sheo ulties onto him. Good plays from the Snake Lady. There's going to be no response either, and that's kind of what DFM need right now. They need a response from just anywhere. They need a response anywhere. Adam is going to get this turret, plating down. Opperman going to not even get the stun. That one could have been a nicer trade for Opperman, definitely, but Adam is just looking to... Oh, wait, no, he just reset. Never mind, I lied. I thought he didn't reset yet. It's going to be a turret plating over to Arya solo, and then this will be a split plating between Arya and Steel. And for those wondering, yes, it is still the 13-19 plating, so it is 175 gold, not 100 and something. I think 130, 125, something like that. It's not a lot. It's sad. It makes me sad. 125, I believe, or 120 something. Opperman actually does get a good trade out of that, but he doesn't have anything to move Adam into him without flashing and probably just burning flash for flash. Udapon is a level ahead, but is still behind in kills. Or not behind in kills, but is still behind in finished items, it seems. DFM need to find an advantage here, as Shio is going to just be ahead the rest of the game. Tristana's not too far ahead comparatively, especially when Jax and when you have Adam and Sheo both massively ahead. These bruises are going to be just big issues for them to deal with. What is the answer here? I'm honestly not sure what the answer is going to be on the side of DFM. But they know they're backing up, so they can respond here. At least Udapon could walk up to the wave this time. It's going to be a nice plating over to the Arya, over to Arya again. Harp is watching to make sure they don't steal anything away, and Udapon's even going to secure the Gromp. Yeah, cool. Sword Razor finish on the side of Udapon, though. So it's kind of even again. Opperman is not going to be able to stop out of her just sieging this turret, and now the ulti will send him away at least, so Opperman will survive, but the turrets will fall. 2 turrets fall on the side of DFM, and look at the gold lead. Epic gold lead in the mid lane, but otherwise a nearly cool one in the bot lane, and just bad, scary ones in the other 2. What is the game plan? You just have to keep asking, what is the game plan of DFM? They need to find an answer that gets them a lot of gold right now. They are behind 3,000 in the jungle and top pretty much alone. They need to find a way to get Udapon into this game, and they need to find a way to unleash Arya on the map. Drake is up, but what are they to do? Like, I don't see a way they get in this and fight. Sheo's so ahead. Teleport coming in from Udapon. They're not Udapon, Opperman. They need to hit a massive hook then. Flashes are available on both sides. Opperman's in the middle of nowhere. Might just get locked down. Finds Adam, but there's no solace to take and running into a counter-striking top laner. And Steel going to get jumped on next. The flash counter-strike is going to get the kill for Adam. It's a double for Adam. And DFM just don't have anything here. They have no answers onto the side of BDS. They're just going to try and siege mid. Their answer is going to be this mid tier 1. But this teleport from Nuke, or from Adam, should be able to stop them from going anywhere. Nice silence, but it's not a channel. There's no turret for Arya. There's nowhere to run, says Team BDS. And Adam is on a killing spree now, as BDS are looking poised to close it out in 2. It's not a very competitive anything. It is such a massive lead in top, such a massive lead in jungle. Bots now very ahead. DFM need a miracle. And a miracle might not even be enough right now. I keep saying the same thing, and that's what is the angle, because there is no angle for DFM anymore. BDS are just going to be able to slowly suffocate them in this game, deny them value, and then just close it out through their advantage. All right, they already had advantage. Such an anticlimax of a series where Team BDS just... DFM showed value. A nice hook onto Crowny. The Featherstorm immediately comes out. There's no CC to stop him from running, though. Arya roots himself under the turret. It will be a trade. A double kill somehow. DFM overextend. There's a kill onto Unipon, and BDS are winning all over the map. This is impossible. DFM can't find any solace in this game. And it's going to be a tier 2 as well that just they're not going to be able to answer, because Harp isn't going to be able to answer. Nope. They give up the tier 2. They don't have wave, actually. I mean, just what do you even do? They went for an aggressive play, and they even just overextended, and you see the win probability. That is pretty accurate. A 90-something% chance that Team BDS close out this game no problem and walk their way to a first-time match with CTBC Flying Oyster. This is kind of just like me in the end of the GG series. We already know what's going to happen. It's a foregone conclusion. There's going to be no steal attempt here, even. A quickness onto steal alone. The hook's not going to land. They're going to get the Baron here. They're going to have to deal with a Baron up. DFM now. Vi not going to be able to jump over the wall, but is that even going to mean anything? They're going to send Nuke back to spawn. Nice flash from Oppaman just getting out of the miasma, but they're still running. Adam, no hook available for Harp. Nice blast cone away. Well played using the soul. You don't really see many plays actually using the enhanced enhanced jungle plants. But that was very well played by Sheo to bounce Arya back to his side of the wall. Which sounds wrong, but he did. He put him on the other side, and it worked out. And this is already a 2,500 gold gain from the Baron buff, or from since when they gained Baron. So that's about 1,000 gold outside of the 1,500 cash injection itself, of course. They're just going to walk away. They're going to just continue sieging. Adam just doesn't care. Adam is just going to siege half a turret by himself, careless of the bomb that's on him, because he doesn't need to care. Look at Adam's damage. Compared to everyone else, 4,000 more damage than anyone else. A nice hook onto Sheo. Is it going to mean anything? The bomb is ticking. He will explode, but Nuke's going to trade Opperman. And DFM gets something, but they give a lot more. They give a whole turret, a tier 2. They give a decent chunk of the tier 3. They lose the dragon still, but they gain a kill, a massive shutdown onto Sheo for Udapon. But is that going to even matter? Do DFM have an angle? A nice hook. But Opperman gets yelled at by Nuke. And it's starting to claw back. They have the Rage Blade, but it's still Hail Mary distance for DFM. They're down 11,000. They need, I don't even know, what's a step beyond Miracle? Like, they need something that's bigger than a Miracle. That's really it. They need something bigger than a Miracle. They're not finding anybody on this on Deathbrush. They know Deathbrush is happening. No, it's the counter to Deathbrush. Vision. And now Adam is just going to siege so much of this top tier 3. Actually sees Udapon coming and decides to back up. Not knowing where the rest of DFM had rotated to. So it will just be ward cleanup detail. What? The Navari is finished, but LDR is on the way for Arya, but is it just going to be too little, too late kind of play? The shield bow available or on Crowny now, so he's going to have an extra bit of survivability and a lot of lifesteal. I think this is the first shield bow we will be seeing on Xayah this tournament at Worlds. It's just not always the favored build. There's just some other options that people like more than shield bow right now. Harp, is there going to be an angle that they don't get jumped on here? There will be. Steel's 2 levels down. Udapon's 2 levels down again. He just continues to be down so many levels. And look at the total gold chart. Top 3, all BDS's carries. And it's by a good amount on 2 of them. A full item ahead on the Jax. He is 1 full item of gold ahead of everyone else on DFM at least. And that's Arya, their most fed member. 3,000 gold advantage for him. Or onto him. And he's going for that Hourglass, which has become recently really popular with Jax. Blind Hook doesn't really know where he's going. Just had to guess. Sheo flashing a bunch of random emotes. I don't know if he has anything to do with those teams. I don't think he's been on Team Vitality or SK Gaming. They're all spotted out with that blue ward. Longest TP ever from Opperman. It's a bit too far away. Udapon will not get one. Arya will find the first kill. The Featherstorm out. The recall will find Opperman. The hook onto Nuke. It's going to be a massive shutdown for Utapon as Crowny will go on a killing spree, but they might have gone a bit too far. Double kill for Crowny. Utapon's going low. The hook onto Shea will drag him under turret, but he will be able to escape, and DFM overplay their hand. And even in a 2-for-2, they trade an inhibitor and a lot of money onto Crowny. Ooh, the Runon's available now for Utapon, going to get that extra bit of damage onto every target. This was great play from them. That first kill, Opperman forcing out that ulti from Crowny was also pretty big. That root sucks, obviously, and Opperman, a great redemption, obviously, here to save Opperman. Nuke goes down, and this is where DFM need to play safe. Arya jumps straight in and just gives his life over with a terrible jump flash that brings Jax into all of them. Harp doesn't get the timing on this. Just doesn't time it well. The flash was available, so that's really it. And that was just tough. Look at the damage! 5,000. That is the first 5,000 damage team fight we have seen here at Worlds. Utapon put in some good damage himself. So did Arya. But neither of them were the Jax putting in 5K. How are they going to fight this? They aren't. Opperman is no one. Crowny goes unstoppable. A nice hit to get rid of one, but Crowny already has a double kill. The Featherstorm is out, making it a triple. He's running for his life, healing up with the plants. The Baron is secured. Crowny on Utapon, the Quadra. Is it gonna be the Penta? It will! The second pentakill of the day goes to Crowny, and Team BDS will knock DFM out of Worlds 2023. They have a match with CTBC Flying Oyster to secure the 2 seed tomorrow. It's all over. Team BDS advanced to the lower bracket finals. And they have 2 more wins to go. They get punched in the mouth by Team Wales, and they come back swinging against Detonation Focusme. And a clean sweep that was almost never in doubt is the response from BDS. For DFM, it's kind of brutal. You didn't really have a chance in the game at any given point. You were really, really out of it for a lot of this game. Like, for a lot of the game, you were not even considered in contention for the win. Everyone knew Team BDS was probably going to take this set clean, and they do take it clean. And it's just all going to come down to tomorrow. Who will face who when the cards are on the table? Or who will beat who when the cards are on the table? Because it's all down to one single set now, really, for most of these teams. And for the Pick'ems people, we got 2 pentas in a day. We got a 3rd pentakill on the tournament. So 3+ was the answer, baby. Already in the play-in stage. We are having a blast on pentakills. But for the kimchicast, that will be it. Tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I have stuff to do. So we'll see what time those tomorrow's comes out. We have the lower bracket finals as Team BDS. Well, I guess I should do bracket A first. It will be Loud versus GAM in the rematch of round 1. And in a new matchup, Team BDS versus CTBC Flying Oyster for the first time ever, as they will determine who faces Team Wales and who faces PSG Talon tomorrow.